Game tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Reminder game Fridays at 8 o'clock. Not 7, 8 o'clock. It'll be on SEC Network. Friday will be, so just remember that time difference for Friday. Coach, if you start off.
Yep, just, looking forward to the game tomorrow against Texas Southern, and another opportunity for our team to come out and compete, and another day they don't have to practice.
Questions?
Yeah, Eric, it's kind of unique. Johnny Jones hired you at LSU, and then a couple of years later, you hired him at Nevada. Just how interesting is that? How do you describe your all's friendship and relationship?
Really unique how the relationship started. Had an opportunity to go to Minnesota with the Timberwolves and Flip Saunders, and Flip had played for my dad and was coach, part owner of the Wolves, and it would have been, really comfortable for me because I've known Flip for so long. And Johnny they called the same week actually. Had never met Coach Jones. One of his assistants, David Patrick, who's now the head coach at Riverside, was a good friend of mine, or is a good friend of mine, and said, hey, just get on a plane to Baton Rouge, at least come have dinner with us. If nothing else, you wasted a flight from the Bay Area to Baton Rouge. And I just, really liked Coach Jones a lot, and sat down with the family, and we wanted to stay on the path of college coaching, and so passed up what could have been a really comfortable situation with the Timberwolves, and to go with Coach Jones, and it was awesome. I learned so much about recruiting the year that I was there at LSU, and so he's a really good friend. My wife is really good friends with his wife. My daughter's good friends with their daughter. John Jones Jr. played for us for a year at Nevada, so and then it branches out. I mean, Derek Syack is on staff with Texas Southern, and Brandon Chambers was our ops guy at Nevada, and now he's an assistant coach there. So, it's like an extended family now.
And then you hired him when you went to Nevada. I mean, how'd that all go down?
Yeah, it just doesn't happen often, where you're an assistant for a guy and then he's an assistant for you. But, we had an assistant coaching spot open in Nevada, and I wanted to hire a former head coach again because Dave Rice got an assistant's job with a lot better pay at Washington at the time, and just kind of begged Coach Jones to come and help me, and he did, and it worked out for him. That kind of springboarded him back to another head job at Texas Southern, and obviously my time at LSU helped springboard me to get a head job at Nevada. So, I really respect him as an X&O coach. I respect him as a man, as a father. He's like a mentor to me, even though he was, an assistant with us. I look at Coach Jones as a mentor in a lot of ways.
I wonder if you had a chance to hear Adriel and Mason's comments about you and the respect they have for you after the game the other day, for how you are on the practice floor and how you are on the game court, and then how important is it to get that respect early on for these players and from these players?
Yeah, I have, and my wife made a comment the other day about how positive their comments were, and I think like with anybody in life, they just you just want consistency, whatever that approach is. I think the key with player-coach relationship is that the player just thinks that you're trying to help them become as good a player as they possibly can. And certainly, that helps us become a better basketball team, the better that our individual players become. And with that comes getting them out of their comfort zone. And so, we do have intense practices, and obviously there's intensity during a game. But, the players' buy-in, one through every guy on our roster, has been really phenomenal since we've been here.
The last time I guess you and Johnny were in here together, you were on the LSU bench in that really wild game at the end of the 2015 season. Johnny, he laughed, but he said the fans here should boo you because you dropped that 3-point shot that Hornsby hit. Well, what do you remember about that game, and did you really drop the play? Just,
Yeah, it was, I mean, that game probably got us into the NCAA tournament, quite frankly, and one of our better players was hurt, and it was a huge game for us, obviously, and I thought Coach did a great job that year of getting us ready to play in big games at West Virginia. We won a big game, and obviously here, two of the hardest places to win in college basketball. So it was a big win.
did you drop the play?
I might have a suggestion about it.
What's the focus looking like for Texas Southern? What do they like to do? What are some things you might have to eliminate with them?
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the roster, they have some transfers that have played at big programs. Ian Ewing played at Purdue, and Big Jethro inside played at Arizona State. He's an incredible shot blocker. His shot blocks per minute's off the charts. They got a Texas A&M transfer. They got some guys that are really talented. And I think the biggest thing is just like another opportunity to play against somebody that we feel can win their league. Another program that's made NCAA tournaments of late, and you look at their game at Baylor last year, where they went into Baylor and won. You look at their game at Oregon, where they won last year. We have to be ready to play tomorrow night for sure.
I guess Ewing didn't play their last game. Do you know, is he hurt, or you know what his status is?
Not really sure what his status is. He wasn't on the trip with them, but you got to prepare for everybody on their roster, and their point guard can score the ball. He's quick. He's crafty with the ball. They run a lot of pick and rolls, so we have to have really good pick and roll defense as well.
Also, I guess they played Wichita State very close. Did you using that game as kind of a reminder of how good they can be?
Yeah, when we go through our preps today and film, we're going to stop the film throughout the course of what we're showing them, where they can see the score on the bottom, for them to see how close Texas Southern played. And Wichita State's a hard place to play, and a really good team. So certainly we have tremendous respect, and we know they're going to be ready to play.
Coach, I know you said you'd update us whenever, but have you made a decision on Reggie Chaney and playing this week, or will that be a game time decision?
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to make a statement as early as tomorrow on Reggie's status, and see how quick Mike can type.
So, does that mean he's going to play?
Like I said, we're going to make us, we'll let everybody know.
Okay. I don't know why he announced he's not going to play. Right. Okay. Hey, John Jones.
We might. You never know.
Yeah. You had him at Nevada. What kind of player is John Jones, Johnny's son?
Yeah, obviously we had him when he was a freshman, and he can really shoot the ball. He's got deep range. He's a really confident player. Plays kind of a combo guard. Can play the one or the two. But he can shoot the basketball for sure. And he's got deep range, so we've got to make sure we do a good job of not losing sight of him. We've done a good job defending the three-point line. Certainly with John Jones Jr., we have to make sure we do that as well.
And then Johnny said he really enjoyed playing Friends, but that I guess the Hoop Group, or whatever the company is called, put this this exempt event together, matched up you guys. It's a good game for them. It's good money for them. They have to play a lot of these guarantee games. So what are your thoughts about playing, a Friend?
I'd prefer not to. Friday we got Todd Lee coming in, and Todd and I, Todd worked with us with the Rapid City Thrillers way back, and was an assistant at University of San Diego, so I met him many years ago. But a lot of the schedule was already done. We didn't schedule Texas Southern, and we didn't schedule South Dakota, because those guys are friends, and I would just prefer, to play somebody else. But You know, the good thing is when you do play a friend, when the game is over, you're able to exchange ideas and thought processes. And the Montana staff, they have some guys on staff that are really good friends of ours, and some guys from the Bay Area that we're able to kind of give them feedback on what we saw with their team, and they gave us some great feedback on our team that kind of gives us a view or from a lens of an opponent and what they're trying to take away from us. And certainly when we're done playing Coach Jones on Wednesday, we're going to share ideas with their staff for sure, and I know come Saturday when we're done playing Coach Lee's team, we'll certainly share ideas. So I think there is some benefit to doing it, because certainly I want Coach Jones to win every game possible other than Tuesday night, and the same thing with South Dakota after our game with them on Friday.
And then, you know, obviously San Diego State was in your old league, and they had to play there too. Even though they're 0-3, they played 3 pretty tough teams at their place. How prepared do you think they are to come in here when they've already played 3 road games?
Yeah, I think because they play so many road games in non-conference, because they play in so many big buildings and they play in front of good crowds, they're kind of immune to it. The guys that played last year know the euphoria, you know, they know the type of excitement that they can have with a big win. So, you know, I don't think that they'll be phased at all. It's a team that understands every year that they're going to play a lot of these non-conference games like this. So that's what makes them scary as well.
Anything else for Coach? Scotty?
Maybe expect a bounce back game from Isaiah, just shooting the ball, and don't figure that'll linger much longer.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was some of our guys, we wanted to look at clips of you know, maybe all their misses they've had, not just one particular guy, but we've done that with 3 or 4 guys where they get to look at some of their shots that they've made, some of the shots that they've missed, try to figure out, you know, are they missing long, are they missing short, missing right, missing left? Are you shooting it off the bounce, or are they catching shoots? How close was the defense to you on your shot attempt? So all those things we're constantly trying to evolve as a staff with our guys and with our individual players. When a guy misses, you know, has some misses on a particular night, to build their confidence up and kind of for them to, you know, self-diagnose their own game. It's like a Major League Baseball hitter going in the back. If he strikes out and taking a look at his at-bats, it's the same thing we want with our guys. You know, when they go through certain shooting slumps or off nights or whatever you want to call it.
Coach, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.